Hello there! Welcome back here to the channel. I have a 4 versus 4 game here today on Sullust again, probably. It's all volcanic and stuff with pools and vapids. Many vapids. Getting the teams here, we've got Hero here in the yellow with the Trade Federation. And the other pocket on this team is going to be Attack or Die in the teal with the Naboo. Jort here in the orange with the Geonosians. And Yoda here in the Rebel Alliance with the red, and then we've got Captain Arnie over here of the Flag Caps in the grey with the New Republic. We have Smoky Venus here in the purple with the First Order. The other pocket's going to be Big Russian Blunt here in the green with the Confederacy. And lastly, we got old Nixu here in the blue with the Wookiees. Getting some very unethical EOPs just walking right up. You should have shot that one though. That was so close to his workers. So, 4 versus 4. Sullust again. Well, Jordan's got a very good civ for this, right? I did see Trade Federation. I think it's in one of the pockets, though, right? It's their First Order. I don't think I said First Order, did. Geonosians, though, pretty strong. Already got basic training for free, so you can build extra mounties. And your opponent, to kind of match that, is going to have to, like, go onto Nova. Long distance that if they want to make more than the 2 mounties. Get their basic training and still get trooper upgrade when they get to T2. So it's usually quite strong for Geos, especially if they're going to be on the wing. It's a nursery game as well. What's the nerf counts? About 8 or so. Village U back, a couple of EOPs. It's looking pretty mounty-ish. Kind of an openish map as well. Not really that easy to wall things out quickly. On to the Dewbacks here. And yeah, that's tech level 1. I'm just gotta wait. I'm gonna wait till something happens. Till someone builds a troop center and starts ruining someone's day. I do have some intense Dewback boring going on though. Makes you getting both of his. So he's got a lot on food, and I assume a lot on carbon here for Jort, so he will be going for that mounting aggression. Also have to familiarise myself where the wings actually are, because it's hard to track in a 4v4. Unless the map's like precipice or something with a big river dividing it. And we got a lot on food here for Yoda. And this wing's going to be Arnie. Doesn't seem very mounty leaning-ish, like super fast mounties or anything like that. Not really anyone cutting too many corners, to be honest. Like, even Jorah has quite a lot on food. I imagine we should see TC soon. What's this guy up to? Where's he going? He's lost. He almost froze in time there. He can build it at the front of the base. So he's not even really getting the wall down. He's not like trying to get his mounties out super fast. You see Arnie here, got his a little bit quicker than that. Quite a few on food still as well though. I don't know if people are trying to just go T2, build a couple of mounties in between, or anyone's really going for the hard T1 at this point. But certainly no one's gone for the troop centers before carbon processors, which can be incredibly powerful. Nope, that's going down. Where are these guys off to? Hello? Wait quite a while now. They could have been mining the Nova while they wait. A lazy food processor for what, like 1 EOP? So power core down here. Mounties popping out here for Jort. Arnie, on the other hand. Oh no. It's happened again, he's got housed. Well, house and food processor. We're not building a trooper recruit though. He's on the way to T2. Just sort of messed up a little. We could have a couple of troopers, I think, by now. Get that kind of hyper fast rush going. Yoda, on the other hand, he's not too far behind here. He does have some forward facing AOPs though, which could be a problem for him. And the first mounties are getting across here into Nixu's base, into the carbon line. harassing the workers here. This one, though, not quite. He's just biding his time here, waiting for his moment to pounce and strike upon Nixu's workers. So it could be a bit more disruption. I mean, these two guys maybe could have been diving the trooper recruits that are popping out one at a time. This one's quite far from this one, and the command center could have been sniped if the Mounties were together. But no such luck here. Oh, two Mounties on the other side here, so it is kind of how we said. Nixu popped out too, but he's never really went on Nova, so you can't build any more than that. So the Geos get a very easy time to just defend with the extra Mounties that they can build, right? While, you know, harassing you, forcing you to build up these trooper recruits and stuff. They get a little bit more control just from that that early civ bonus that they've got with the free basic training. Because you're going to have the basic training in these skirmishes, or your workers are just going to melt. So Arnie pressuring here. Looks like Scouts has gone down. Quite open at home, but Yoda's not dove across. He's a little bit behind in momentum, I suppose, if Arnie's this quick over to his base. And he kind of feels obligated right now to defend these workers on the hunt. Because he's not done any sort of pushing them to the command center with a scout. Which people usually are doing these days. This guy's still here. It's like he's a part of these carbon rocks, or he's his own sentry post or something. He's chilling. He's unbothered. Flourishing, moisturised, staying in his lane. Loving life. And you can see Arnie going straight to the pocket now, taking advantage of Yoda not really attacking him, and trying to have more impact on the game by going to the pocket rather than hitting Yoda here. Now he's going to knock all these workers off of Nova, which is going to be quite huge if Hero's planning to build around air this game. Because he's losing a lot of his Nova production, which he needs to build those fighters. And if Arnie was a little bit more diligent, he could just walk into the carbon and kill a lot of workers and just kite his way around. I mean, this is, I think, maybe 2 volleys will kill a worker. And Yoda walking in to be aggressive now because he's seen his pockets getting hit, but unfortunately just walking straight into Arnie's troopers here. The other side of things, it looks like Jort's kind of just walling off, and then he's like, well, I'm just going to tack up to T3, I suppose. Built a lot of farms. Nixu sort of done the same, but he's getting a second TC. He's maybe not quite convinced by that. And a few more workers going to go down here, and I do think Hero kind of got a little bit lucky here that Arnie didn't just go straight into the carbon after the Nova, because that could have been a disaster, really. Like, with a good enough control, it'd be so hard to deal with this. Your only option would be to run and lose a couple of workers, but then you've got all that denied mining time. And Arnie pushing again now towards Yoda, but he certainly set his pocket up to be a lot further ahead than Hero right now. He's going to have messed up Hero's build quite a bit because of all that denied mining time on, you know, a lot of the resources they need. You need the carbon to get the power core, get the air bases down, the infrastructure, maybe get some of your economic upgrades. Need that Nova to build the fighters. You're even saying he's going to be slow here to help. Could be a problem, but we do have Jort managed to sneak a Mountie over to Smokey, and it's going to slow him down just a little bit. Maybe he'll overreact to it, and it'll buy a little bit of time for Hero to get things back in order here on this side. But it looks like Arnie's going to do it again. He just walks past Yoda's base, forces a little bit of a reaction, maybe some more troopers, some trooper movement, and then he's just, you know, getting ahead of him and going towards Hero's base. And normally there'd probably be like 2 fighters right now, and this wouldn't really do anything, but with how he slowed him earlier, he might actually get a few more workers. Because if there's only like 1 fighter out, I feel like there is only going to be about 1 or so, and the other one on its way. It's just not a lot of DPS. He's very, very sneaky though. Probably going to go right round this way into the carbon. Get as many workers as possible. And for whatever reason, Hero's still ahead of Smoky Venus here. He's only got 1 airbase. And here he comes. 2 workers, 3 workers. What is that animation that these guys have? They just kind of just fall instantly over. Like flying backwards, but then down at the same time. It's a bit dramatic. Troopers getting a little bit split up there. I think they maybe could have gotten another worker, but fighters are going to clean it up. Even attack showing up there to help as well. And a lot of pressure here at the front of Jorah's base, but he is walled. He's even got a turret here. Just pushing away these mech destroyers and strike mech. Just being a bit aggro with this MD rally. Sort of weird T3s playing with one air base and a turret. It's more like a sort of Swiss Army knife pocket play, but it's just pure air from the other pocket though, so the mechs aren't really doing too much, I don't think. Jorah is T3. To make his own MD out of protection or fear. Yoda's come in here and pushed a lot of the workers off the farms. Got one worker. But that air from Smokey's one air base being rallied. He's up to 2 now. He's pretty much just going to clean this out. Might get another worker though. Yeah. Oh. Does he? Oh. 1 shot. 2 HP. Russian encroaching on the base here with these MDs, but I worry about this because very easy to overextend with this and lose them, particularly against someone who's got a troop centre. Grens wouldn't be too bad mixed in with like an MD here to clean this up. It's forcing some garrison point time, but I don't know if it's really worth it because of the equivalence, like how much carbon this represents. It really is a lot. Bomber as well can like clean this up for free. Russian Black is going to snipe the bomber. Oh, let's get the bomber. Still though, I don't think it's worth it. It's only really a wing that he's sort of putting behind, and in the grand scheme of things, he's pocket versus pocket. And this is Royal Naboo. So, that's kind of the person there that you would want to be slowing down. Look at Arnie coming in here with some strike mechs, getting on top of the turret. Kind of a vulnerable spot though if you popped out Grenadiers. It's quite hard to kill them off from this spot. This is like the minimum range, he needs to be careful. So he didn't quite have an easy time getting the kill there. If 2 popped out at the same time and landed the first shot, could really bait them into shooting again and then finishing them off. We got Hero here applying pressure into Arnie's base with his air, but not quite noticing Smokey there defending him, and looking like a bad trade for Hero. And Hero's just really having a bad time this game. I'm going to pull his strike decks back. He hasn't really lost anything on them. No upgrades for them though. Additional command center as of yet. Is he a lot on ore here for Yoda? I wonder if he's maybe going to play around getting like a fortress early, being rebels, get those air speeders out. Is that a Geo I see? I do love seeing a Geo. I wonder if I've missed some of the Geo terrorism though. I see a lot of anti-air troopers and a turret here. Which makes me feel like I might have. I give it a nice amount of garrison space here for like this is pretty much all the Jorah's eco here. Fortress would be quite good for Yoda here, at the front of the base. Where's this Geo off to? It's like I'm gonna go to Arnie or something. Oh, this would have been a good spot. A few workers there trying to get the command center. And we've got more attempts to raid here. Air, the Grens, and the Beg Destroyer are going to push those strikes away. Not much damage getting done. Geo's going to try and get a kill here, but he is watching it. A lot of anti-air troopers there shooting at him. SY going to pick off this air. Fortress has been built. I really don't like where he's built it though. I worry about this spot because he's got forward facing Nova or on the wing. I think that would have been a much smarter place to build it. He could have ruined a bit of his carbon as well, unfortunately. Geo's just chilling up here on this Nova, I guess, for the rest of the game. Hope somebody comes and tries to eat it with a lot of workers. There's one here going for Nixu. Let's get a kill. Be really annoying to deal with just anti-air troopers, since the Geo's so mobile and they're so immobile. Definitely difficult. It was better to have your own air to deal with them. And it seems like things have sort of settled down a little bit, except Russian Blunt, who's just, he's hyper aggressive today. Got a heavy weapons factory down here. Power core behind it. Going to be building a fortress as well. Really want to apply that pressure to Jort here on the wing super early. Not too much economy behind it though, just the 2 command centres. A lot of air. Research centre going down for attack. He could be like on his way. He's got the resources for it. But I've seen him go to double the resources for it before clicking the button. Maybe today will be different. There he goes. What a gamer. And this is kind of just... If this was outside of attack space, I suppose he's walled, but I would value it, I think. Just because it's like pushing it's keeping the air player down, right? I don't know, if I feel like he's getting a bit of an easy ride to T4 here, and then... I mean, he could just upgrade his air and clean up everything here in Jort's base, and Jort, you know, can put all those resources into stalling it out. I do think if this was outside of attack space, he would struggle with that, because once, you know, 1 or 2 AA mobiles pop out, there's little the fighters can actually achieve. And on top of that, Russian's got his own little gang of fighters here as well. Probably getting to a point though where he might want to actually trade with these, so that they don't get as much value when attack hits into tech level 4. The Vapid here gonna lay the smack down on this worker. I guarantee that's attack pinging these. Ask for speeders, Yoda says. I don't think there's really any strike mix aggression going on really though, is there? Everyone's all sort of chilling out. I don't know what Smokey's up to. Sort of booming. Got a few CCs. Arnie's getting aggro. A couple of upgrades on the troopers. Not too many of them though. And again, this is when you're gonna want. If the fortress was here, it's all good. Like, this does nothing. Arnie would probably not even do this. He'd probably just go straight up to T4 and try to get a cannon out to knock it down or something. I would like to see a couple of grenadiers here. I think they'd be quite strong. Make sure no strikes can do anything, but it's not going to help if you're going to walk straight into them. Not any upgrades. Knocked off the ore. And a lot of air. Probably... It's close. It could go either way, I think, if they went all out. And the damage is sort of done here. It's going to suck if he loses these nerfs, though. And Russian actually starting to push through here with these artillery. Jort's fortress is kind of in the back of the base, or it doesn't really cover the front. He's trying to go up to air as well. It's interesting. Attackers would be good at cleaning this up if they got to T4. Strikes are starting to find some angles now. A lot more troopers coming in. Just a couple of grands though, and I think no strikes could ever harm this. Oof. It's kind of torturous to watch 2 civs try to kill heavy troopers with strike mechs that have like no upgrades, not even like the range upgrades, the range being kind of what they need. Range and then probably armour. And they've got plenty of bonus damage against troopers. Attack's got that air out now, doing some damage here and there, but not too much. He seems to have sort of hemorrhaged it all to anti-air troopers. And Army's getting too much value out of these heavy troopers, honestly. At this point in the game. And they are going to try and kill everything off here, but like, it's very desperate. The units are just funneling in one at a time. Trooper count's getting really low now though, so they're just not going to have the same DPS to deal with things, I don't think. But it's certainly slowed Yoda down quite a lot. kept him out of like T4 and T4 air and such. Again, I think if the fortress was just at the front, this is a second fortress as well, which is just being built in a bad position, not covering these resources. I think it's horrible. These are like resources you're really going to want. Especially as rebels. And Russian just got like hyper aggro this game. They're not really up to much though. Like, it's like they're sort of going to invert, I guess. Nixie's going to go for the T4 air now. He's T4. Maybe he can match attack. Attack with some masters coming on the way. John's struggling a bit here. Got a lot of advanced Mounties. Like, they're very weak to Mounties. I think he should just be going for it right now, before the shield gets up and the health starts doubling. This is the time to go. And it seems like he knows that himself. There's one Magna there that's going to have like some decent anti-trooper DPS. Second going to join, but Mounties need to get on top of the artillery, really. A Master coming in for attack. An attack or a couple of fighters that are not actually helping yet now. Now they're going in. The other side of things, we've got some heavy strike mech coming in, going to start raiding here. Got Smokey joining the fray, getting his forward down on Arnie's side. I don't know if they're really cleaning this up from Russian. Not well. He's pretty much managed to get all his mech destroyers to double health. And his artillery. And I think when he pushes back here, it's just going to be even stronger. Just needs Nixie to come and bring some air support here. Push away attacks influence, and Russian can go back to hammering down the wall of Jort. Yoda trying to get some air bases down here. Is still T3 at the moment. Is on the way though. Just not a very strong economy because of all the shenanigans. And Salt Mech and a cannon out quite quickly here for Smokey. Maybe gonna knock down those fortresses quick. Alright, switching into air himself here. The New Republic. Some bombers to defend those strike mechs. We'll maybe see attackers. It's just going to be interceptors and fighters or something like that. Cover Smokey's army. Maybe good as some Jedi. Another attack launched here by Jort. Russian did very good to get some good distance at the start there into his fortress. He's got a few bounty hunters here for a little bit more like ground DPS. And these Magna Guards are just doing really well to intercept Mounties. Really like the addition of them. But he's not got too much like presence here. It's T4 now. If he can get some cannons out, I think. He needs to start with the Magna Guards just now and get a couple of cannons out and start knocking down the buildings while he can, while he's got this momentum here. It's going to take him too long to get enough artillery out of one heavy weapons factory to kill things. And Smokey just coming right to the front here, going to be building shield generator, power core. And Hero's still making strike mechs at the moment, and that's not going to do too well against this. Smokey just had a sort of a free game just booming away. Arnie's had so much pressure keeping both Hero and Yoda down. Again, still trying to raid, but the bombers are just going to chase him around, and it's just not a big enough amount of strikes. Let's say Masters might help here. Yoda does get one out. Be good for Arnie to cover with his own. Because the difference between the two of them is that he'll be able to convert the Masters, and Yoda will not be able to as rebels. Some interceptor we could cover. What house does Nixon? A lot of masters popping out here, and we're pretty much just going to confiscate every single one of these assault mechs. It's really going to take a lot of the momentum out of Smokey's push here. And because of the minimum range, they're not even able to shoot each other sometimes here. If you can get the power cores, that'd be great. And you could kill off these troopers as well. But it'd be actually smart just to shoot the troopers right now, because this is like the best effective unit to just kill them. So much bonus damage. Unfortunately, shooting at strike mech. That would have made the mech much more vulnerable as well if you wanted to switch into Mounties or something like that, which is usually quite good with rebels. Yeah, there come the cannons. Attackers though, not much anti. I don't know what's happening. Nixie needs to come and help, yeah. He's right there. Gonna lose the cannons. Which kind of beg for some good damage here. George seems a little bit uncomfortable with what he's building as Geos, having to build computers and such. I think normally with Geos you want to maybe just go like pure attackers or pure Mounties, pure mech. This little makeshift is not great just because it doesn't have the stim packs. Their big bonuses are the Mounties, getting them up to like 181 HP and tons of movement speed. A little bit of a meat grinder here. Lost one of the fortresses already though. And Smokey just going to be able to tuck into this Nova Nor that Yoda just didn't cover with his fortresses. Managed to boom back quite well, getting his trade down as well. I do worry about him. A lot of farms still in this area getting pushed on. Nixie trying to transition into some troopers maybe. He needs something else other than this air. Because it's easy for him to maybe just make interceptors, cancel attack out. Attack feeling kind of useless at the moment. He's got a lot of eco, but not really any units. Just some air. I don't feel like this is an awful lot for how long he's been T4 as a pocket. Kind of a mix. I could probably have like 3 or 4 times that. I mean, yeah, he's still got loads and loads of money. A lot of cannons here from Smokey, trying to get as much damage as we can. Remember, you can just keep converting these, and again, this is just not enough to deal with these masters quick enough. Some bounty hunters now. Do just need some converting masters, and no ambition of that here. He's not really done much of a boom this game. Very low. Still worker count. 102. Yeah, Felton. I was going to say 110. Maddish if he's just pumping out masters and stuff. What are these interceptors doing? Looking for trade already? There's a few, it's only really Jorko, is it? Well, there's a couple. A couple from Hero. It's on attack to defend this, I think, but yeah, this is actually going to feel quite bad to happen. It's maybe a big brain move there. Maybe when you start to see these assault mechs pop out, I'm just thinking that the trade must be getting started. Probably out though. Into attack space. And Russian trying to get these repeaters online. Still with a few upgrades to go though. Definitely got all his range, but missing the +5 damage. And the 30 extra HP. 25, 70 health. More conversion stalling out here. There'll be quite a strong combo masters with the Trade Federation mech, but these attackers, they're going to need a lot of anti-air to deal with them. I could just sit here and hammer a lot of these units down. Help Smokey out. Smokey, First Order, needs to be playing around troopers, I think, as well. Not just the mech here. Particularly grenade troopers. The jet troopers would be quite good as well, to be honest. They have very good DPS. I think them and mech destroyers mixed together. Mech destroyers can meet shield for the grenade troopers, and you can get that quicker reload time. Grenade troopers out there get the damage, and the repeaters too for a little bit more DPS. Things stalling out here. Sure, it's not got much here though. A strong mix of units from Mixu and Blunt. A lot of interceptors here going to pick apart these Naboo attackers. These strike mechs just going straight into death right now from attack. AC shooting some of the workers. The artillery pushing forward. Bit of stalemate. Crusaders out in Mounties, but Crusaders and Mounties into like 2 players with repeaters. Although they are still 6+1 damage, 6+2. They're not like full DPS, these repeaters. The heavy strike mechs are great against this though, but they are hitting some MDs right now. They'll be much better like in the middle right now, behind the mountains and such. I think the Mountie charge is kind of failing here. And the troopers are just going to keep marching forward. The attackers are starting to rally in here. Some anti-air, a turret, a few air-mobiles. It's probably not enough though. Probably need like a second turret. A lot of masters though. And Arnie does have a few. He can stay stolen one here. Arnie was running away. Like, well, things haven't changed, have they? Like, no. I'm really gaslighting myself right now. So I don't know why Arnie was running away from Yoda's monsters. Can't convert them. All Yoda can actually do with these is just make sure that they're in safe positions and he picks when he converts. No reason not to hub them, they're still useful, but it looks like he's actually just going to send them away to like the other side of the map or something. These masters are running into their deaths, just need a sensor post. Yeah, Yoda knows. Because they're relying on Jedi mind trick to get away with their shenanigans most of the time and drop aggro. These assault mechs doing okay actually, pushing these back. Still 6+1. 6+4 now, full upgrades I think for Mixu's troopers. Hero. Yoda quite online here. Pretty good complementary arm. The Masters are going to go for a dive, maybe going for the trade. Quite a smart little wall here though. And that's one way that the Masters have been sort of weakened in these late game scenarios in expanding fronts. If people are all only making cargo freighters and you wall things. Is that walled though? Is it though? Where's his troop? Where's his Jedi? If you're only making the freighters, then you can wall it, but it's just not walled, is it? Nope. So, disregard what I said. Gonna convert all the spaceports and be annoying, but did they really have anything to stop this push? Couple of cannons. But the Masters do need to be stalling here. Drop the tank, got not bad army now, like to at least stall. I think this side's definitely the win condition right now. Oh, this is devastating though. The turret getting taken. And the Masters are just going to be super annoying now and run around. gonna have to just build a new spaceport. These masters are just gonna run around and convert everything. And they kind of need a response, maybe Hero to get some heavy strike mechs there. Some bounty hunters from the players chase these down. If they keep letting them take anti-air turrets, it's going to be bad for the trade. It's going to affect their ability to pump out these high value Nova units. Only one person on the team who could convert those masters, and that's attack. If they do. He's showed up with a Jedi Padawan to save the day. Not really killing too much valuable here. Like, it's taking a long time for this army to push through, I think. Cannons maybe getting confiscated by masters. Jartan attack, pushing through a little bit here. Russian looking a little bit absent at the moment. I don't know if he's maybe going to try to fix his eco or something. Night factories. There's probably some troopers again. Still, where's the upgrades? It's been days. One of these masters have been having a bit of a nap there just now. New spaceport, huh? Probably going to convert that. Actually, that's up ready. The Russian Blunt just going to resign randomly. Not sure why. What happened to him? The Rapid? Is that what it was? We're certainly getting pushed back on this side. Oh, we've got a lot of attackers here. Attackers are a good unit. AC damage too. And the masters are running around being annoying, stealing the inertia on that. Arnie just gonna resign. And that's going to be the end. I've been sitting wondering, because I knew this was an hour and 8, why did it end so soon? Because it was kind of quite well, but there you go. I don't have the answers, but yeah, that's the end of the game. But anyway, if you enjoy the content, please consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to get involved in these types of games, you can find our GBG Discord down in the description field. If you want to get involved with Expanding Fronts, you'll find the server invite for their Discord too. And if you want to support the channel another way, maybe buy me a coffee at PayPal link down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.